Well, howdy guys, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. Time for another episode. I think, wait, 15 in now. That's pretty darn good. Got a nice fun sized city to show for it as well, which is, awesome as well. And for this episode, guys, I've got like some crazy ideas I want to implement over in our industrial area. You can see, like, I think we did a really good job in reducing the total amount of like vehicles going through here, like by reducing the oil field and just like in that sense. But what I really want to do is, tackle traffic in a bit of a different direction over in our industrial neighborhoods. And I also want to shift gears a little bit and do some just traffic planning a little bit over here, right? Because I wouldn't say that traffic is bad. It's just that it's starting to get a little bit backed up. And we're trying some methods. We got some public transit and stuff going through here, but we're still, like, the volume, it's still a little bit too much. So it could be a combination of, maybe like we've kind of maxed out our capacity for these roads, which I don't think we have. I think more so the issue is kind of the timing of the lights, and it's just the amount of flow that we're getting in our intersections, which really isn't all that much. So what I would like to try is maybe converting this intersection over here to do something that's more like a continuous flow. So a few more cars hopefully can make their way through here. And I want to maybe do a small little backlink just so that we get some of the truck traffic maybe sticking off this road here. Because really what's going on is, and this is kind of the segue into my crazy idea, basically our oil fields, they've run out of ground-based resources, and they're now bringing in trucks from the region to drop off oil, which is no problem. It's just kind of creating a lot of traffic, so we have a lot of the oil fields, right? And then the trucks themselves are going to then bring that oil, once it's processed, either over to like a commercial zone to be sold, or it could be going for like advanced manufacturing in like a different industrial spot, which is why we're seeing the trucks kind of hop back and forth between the two areas. So I mean, like, obviously the simplest, easiest way to fix all this would be you convert this area completely over to forestry, and that stops the need for the trucks to really have to go between the two spots. Or, I mean, it wouldn't stop it completely. We would have some lumber going over to here for some manufacturing, but we'd see a big reduction in traffic. And then, of course, if we were just to convert this back to regular factories and just get rid of the oil fields altogether. But, we're not looking for the easy way out here. We want challenges. We want some fun stuff, and hopefully want to give you guys some cool inspiration. So my crazy idea was, and we basically have been talking about wanting to do a fun rail corridor through here, and we want to make sure we're getting a lot of traffic and stuff in terms of train traffic. So what I want to do is I want to put a train station like right here, cargo train station, and just have like a few little extra train arms, which will never see any use or anything, but I want to put them down just to maybe make it feel like there could be sort of a little freight yard or something there, and maybe we can sneak a few buildings in. I don't know, we'll figure that out. But then I want to have the train run across here, either go up and through this interchange, or maybe, like, I don't know, if there's room. Actually, there might even be. Yeah, we can maybe sneak it underneath the bridge here and go by the waterfall, and oh my gosh, and like cut right through here. Oh, could we do that? Or the other option would be just to go right through the little valley thing here in our interchange. Oh geez, this is tough. We may have to move this slightly just to get one of the pillars in. And that's got to stay kind of close just for the sake of powering that thing. So, let's try under the bridge. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot to do. Definitely a lot to do. So, let's get started, shall we? So I think the first thing we really could do is actually just put in the train link. We'll see how much of an impact that has, and then we can kind of go from there. But we'll definitely put that little backlink and everything in. So, and just over the course of the last few months, I've just had tons of questions generically come in just about how to like deal and like tackle just traffic and whatnot in general. So I'm going to try and give you guys just some like tips and ideas and inspiration, because I do also want to fix, like over here and stuff, right? So there's, a lot of work I want to do, and we're going to take the complicated way out, I think both times as well, just for the absolute fun of it. Okay. Enough chit chat. Let's start implementing some ideas. And then, if time permits, I did say in the last episode I wanted to start doing some, chit chat about natural disasters. So I might maybe at least get like one of the helicopter depots or something in place. We do have like tons of fires constantly raging through the city. Okay. Let's see what's achievable here. And holy heck, that looks like it'd be a nice easy curve to do. And what about here? Oh, look at that. Would you look at that? Let's try not to destroy any of these rocks. Oh, cool. Oh, yeah. Right? That looks like it just awesomely fits. I am very pleased. Not destroying rocks, which also pleases me. Oh, cool. Okay, so this, I mean, this is just pretty makeshift right now. I definitely don't think that's how that's going to end up staying. And I can see our internal link going one stop further, just making its way to our little, like, farming town kind of thing when we make that, like, way down the road. So I want to bring, I think I want to maybe, like, as you can see, like, this kind of dips a little bit strangely through here. I think I want to rework this little stretch of track, make it maybe taller, and then we can have just some cargo trains go underneath it. Is that tall enough to go? It is. So I'm just going across like that. So we're just bringing that up basically by one click. And then that should look hopefully cleaner, I think, the whole way down. It's sort of yes, sort of no. I don't know what those words were. Kind of. This is the culprit. Do we need to go taller, I wonder? Yep, that's it. Okay, cool. So that was pretty simple. And this also feels a bit wonky to me, so let's redo this little part. I think that can be smoothed out a bit better. I wouldn't say it's perfect, but I'm just going to leave it. Otherwise, we'll be doing that forever. Let's bring that out up to a height of 9 meters, but we'll do it as like 12 units out. And what I'm hoping for is just enough room to sneak a set of tracks kind of like on a diagonal right through here, just to kind of line up with basically that, more or less. And so that means, I mean, this was just temporary anyway. So it's just to kind of get some trucks and cars and stuff kind of flowing through here. What I would like, though, is obviously like a nice big interchange to get people actually using this. Otherwise, what's the whole point of making this whole interchange, right? So we'll see how that kind of unfolds. That's not really our priority right now. I do really want to just get this going. So that would have to go like that to work. This is, I think, going to be a bridge. Like, I think we have just enough room. I'm going to change the angle a little bit on that just so we maybe come a bit wider. Not really a lot of room for a lot of wiggle room here. So what we could do is maybe try to get the pillars to cooperate a bit better with us. So we do that, put that rail piece in first, and then we go across. Oh, that's not going to happen. Yeah. Magnificent. Oh, I love it. Okay. I think that's exactly what we're after. And then this is, I mean, we're gonna obviously rework this once we buy the next tile, because I can't quite connect that way. But this can just go more or less like that and connect on that side. I mean, we don't even have to connect to the other side just for the sake of trying to manage a bit of the industrial train traffic. And look at how cool that is. Oh my goodness. And then here's what we could do, which would be like the next level bit of awesome. So a lot of trucks, like I was saying earlier, just kind of going from here over to here, just using our highway link. What if we were to just maybe get rid of that altogether by putting in another cargo train station over on this end? And then if we have the train track come from here and not go that way, we won't get regional traffic. We'll create an internal link, which will be supported by the region. So it's going to be like the craziest and the coolest thing. So I'm getting really excited. I love trains so much. I've been waiting like so long to be, finally diving into this. And we are, which is great. So I want, yeah, like a train to go like that. So can we maybe terraform, I don't see why not, and put a train station in like right there? Because that would just work, I think, the best with our sizes. Okay, perfect. Not our sizes, our angles for the bridge. Who are we occupied by? Is this a non... No, I think it's just the roads being uncooperative. Now, something we could do is change the road type and see if that helps. It just seems like this road's not 100% straight. No, it's not. Tricked us. Okay, so that's now straight. And we unfortunately are going to lose quite a few buildings here. They will come right back in, though. And let's just get that zoning properly in. No. I'm just looking at the overhead view of the zoning squares. I'm seeing where they're kind of, like what part of the road it looks like they belong to. And we'll fill them in, yeah, just based on that. Okay, cool. I think that, yeah, that's definitely what we're going for. Okay, I'll put 3-speed on just for the sake of letting everything kind of work in the background too. This now fits great. Okay, and now let's put this in. Oh, that's like honestly awesome. Okay, so we'll have trains now going between these two areas, as well as that regional. Oh no way, that fits like that. Awesome. And then yeah, just for absolute fun, and like they'll never see like train traffic or anything. I just want to have some tracks just run alongside, just to make it feel like maybe they were like. Yeah, I mean, in real life, obviously you'd have these, right? So I think you guys know why I'm putting these down. Little sidings, so you'd be able to drop off, you know, cars you don't need, spare locomotives, anything getting maintenance done. You know, because obviously it's inefficient to run a big empty train. So if you just need to move a locomotive here and there, no sense having a giant train attached to you. And then I mean, I really don't think we're gonna get any cars or anything through here, but it's possible maybe we can get 1 or 2 squares of zoning utilized, and then possibly get just like a faint amount of like truck traffic. So I want to have maybe like one at-level crossing come through here. So it'd be cool just to connect all that up, but that's not gonna. No, that's not gonna happen. No, they're too close. Yeah, too close. Darn it. Those ones are not. Okay, I'm gonna make that overly complicated, so I'm just gonna stop while I stay ahead. But I'll leave that like that. That's still pretty cool. I was hoping to get just like a little side road. I still want one. Darn it. Just to like cut right through here. And then I was hoping for like a crossing. Yeah. Don't hope, just do it. There we go. Okay, cool. And then the only people who would really use this would be the ones going to this like factory space, so it's not going to be that much traffic, but I just want to see, yeah, some vehicles go through here just for the absolute pure fun of it. That is cool. That is really, really, really cool. Okay, so that's that part done. This looks pretty nifty, I think. And then I think we could maybe not terraform, but we could probably hide the end of this in like some trees and rocks and stuff, just so it doesn't look like it's that chaotic. I think we're about to lose those trees, but that's okay. Yeah, let's put one of these bigger ones in. Maybe not that one. Yeah. No, that's a little, I think it's a little crazy. Let's just leave it like that. And let's put a few more trees down. And I do want to zone a smidgen in here. So let's actually do that before we put some trees back in. So a 4 right there. And say a 3 right there. Awesome. And then sure, why not, just for fun. That is so cool. I'm really happy with that. Like, this is just way better than I thought. Now, the $1,000,000 question, will this help with train traffic, or are we creating like even more? Because it looks like we now have a whole bunch of trucks coming from over here just to bring goods into this train station just to get shipped to the region. So let's put in this back connection. Hopefully that'll help a little bit with that. But oh gosh, I hope we're not making things worse over here. We're supposed to be making things better. And then I can see us using in the long run probably a tram or something through here. And how are we gonna go with that? I think we'll connect with that one. Just go across nice and straight here. Maybe not. Oh, yep. Actually, gonna bring that down one click. No, it looks like it's maybe too short. No, I take it back. Never mind. And that should just line up with that one. So let's bring this across. And I should just go, I think, the littlest amount further with that. Cool. Okay, so that's that connected. And I think what we could try for right here is maybe making a continuous flow intersection. I'm gonna put one of these down. Just need another incinerator. Yeah, I don't see why not. Because I mean, it's not like it's a bad design or anything here. We just happen to have like a lot of volumes of traffic still. But if we got more people going through here in the timing of the light, I think that might make things a lot better. Okay, so let's kind of plan this properly here. So let's upgrade this bottom stretch of road so that we do get the extra lane in. Great, that's an easy fix. And now let's do some remodeling to this and, I don't know, hopefully make ourselves kind of, yeah, a continuous flow intersection. Let me try this out here. And the idea would be just to maybe bypass the light with some of the traffic, not all the traffic, but just, yeah, hopefully get some more people through here a bit faster. Okay, so that will, I guess go in like that. I was hoping for a bit of a better angle. Let me try that one more time. Go out by 1 unit. Okay, so that's not too bad. I mean, this is a little close, but I think we're okay. And then what I want is just basically this going in like that. That's kind of cool. And I think we can get that to look cleaner. We can indeed. Yeah, it's kind of fun. Not too shabby. So what we're left with, though, unfortunately, is another set of lights right here, which, I mean, it doesn't really help at all. So let me show you my plan for this. We're going to go this direction. So traffic coming in now turns right to bypass this. And then anyone going straight through will be going like that. Here we go. So even more turning. You still will be able to turn right, I guess, through here, but more people can just, you know, break away and not use the light. And then you'll be really crazy if we have like a tunnel or something go straight. I don't know if that's even a thing. No, that's definitely not going to happen. Too crazy. Okay. So, I mean, this is a little bit overkill. We don't even necessarily need this many lanes for the turning. I think arguably we could even switch this over to like a 6, you know, like a 3 lane like that. Just the highway road so it looks better. Yeah, not as wide. Yeah, let's do that. And then now let's get, gotta connect this before we press play, silly. Let's get that in. And just like our partial clover release, we're having the approach before this. So no lights. And that should hopefully help out a lot. Okay. Yeah, I think so, right? Like everything kind of in conjunction. We are seeing a whole lot of traffic through here. And that I think was to be expected, but a little bit unexpected with the total number of volume. Or like the sheer volume we're getting. So let's try that. Widening these lanes a little bit more. This is still going to become a tram. It's possible that our middle lane right here might just be converted over for trams, and we can keep the 6 lane at the bottom part right there. And I think in an ideal world, what we could do for traffic right here, just to really help out, is make that a one-way. Because what we're doing is we're forcing the trucks to enter and exit just in a manner that best suits the way this building's created. So they enter before the exit lane. So all these trucks here are going to go maybe that way. And then, you know, it'd be really, really cool. I'm making things so complicated, but like intentionally, is just a way to loop around like this. There we go. There we go. I think so. Now our bus lanes, that should help out with that too. Okay, so I think we lost one stop, it looks like, over there. And I think that stop is maybe happening twice, or I don't know what's going on with that one now. Okay, well, I don't really want to get bogged down by the buses, so let's just let that be. I mean, I think the bus and everything, it's going to be a change anyway, because we're, you know, bringing the tram in. But we're, I think, fine to leave that be. I'm actually curious to see what would happen if we got rid of this connection. And then just made that, because, you know, the three-way interchange is a lot faster. Made that a parking lot. Yeah, why not, right? Okay, cool. So I'm happy leaving this now. I think this should be enough to kind of fix this area, or at least for the moment. And I think the last thing I want to try is just moving this over by one block. But I want to now shift gears and head in town and just do a little bit of traffic solving over there just before we end off the episode. And I don't know if we're going to have time for the natural disaster stuff. But yeah, over here in this neck of the woods, you can see it's starting to get a little bit backed up. And I wouldn't say that, like, yeah, traffic's bad or anything, but we just have a lot of people wanting to go here, just get onto the highway, got a lot of people, like, leaving the highway too, so it's a lot of, yeah, a lot of traffic through here. So what I want to do is pause this, and I want to have our highway go a little bit deeper into town to basically drop people off, yeah, just a little bit further, connect to this avenue, because a lot of the people leaving the highway are simply going across this 6 lane just to go down here, just to get to the zone anyway. So let's give them a bit of a helping hand. And I put that across just for a reference point, so when we're doing our breakaway arm to get onto that road, it'll be symmetrical. Okay, so let's go up and over. And great. And then just so that, actually what we could do is go, I like the way the dirt road looks when you get the, oh yeah, see? Okay, just connect that like that, nice, and seem to have lost a zoning square through there, but that's okay, we'll just go across with that anyway. Okay, cool. And then from here, I would like a one-way road to go like such. Awesome. Get rid of this. And then what I would also like to do, just to help with the timing of the lights, I think I'm actually going to get rid of this. It was a bit steep anyhow, and what I'm going to be doing now is just forcing more people to use this kind of bridge and that little connection point. And you can see, like, there's not a lot of people using it already, so we have a lot of room for growth in terms of volume over on that side. So we'll just test some stuff out. Also forcing more people to use this bridge right here, but... And then, in a perfect world, we maybe would find a way to get people onto the highway a bit faster. So I think to entice people to use this bottom part, what we could do is upgrade this so that we get the extra lanes through here. Let me just pause that so we can put this one in. Sometimes the pillars are uncooperative. Okay, so that's that. So then more people might make their way down here just to get onto the highway, because that's a bit of a faster way over. And I think the final piece of this puzzle maybe would be to take away some of the zoning and just to move, you know, the service buildings, like that kind of stuff off. So this just becomes more of a driving corridor. And then we can always fill this part in, you know, with some parks and that kind of stuff. We'll see how the city and everything reacts to traffic and where it wants to grow. But we have a lot of room, and holy smokes, what is going on over here? Okay, so I mean, honestly, that is an amazing fix just on its own. Like, holy heck. So I think we have just enough time for us to maybe just do a little bit of talk about you know, disaster management, like that kind of stuff. So what I want is a road that maybe comes through here. And then, you know, natural disasters in general. I mean, I think it's a lot of fun since day one people were asking for, you know, the ability to use disasters to blow up their cities. So whenever you see people that are like really critical of this update, like I'm very confused by it. They're like, this is not what we want, and that's not true. It's like the single most rated thing on their back in the day, Paradox did like a little poll, and they're like, what would you like to see most fixed about the game or implemented the game? And like natural disasters was like the absolute top of the list by like a long shot. So I personally think it's a lot of fun. You can always add it to your wish list. If you don't want to pay full price for it, no problem. It goes on sale often, just like the rest of the DLC. But with things like your forest fires and stuff, there's just no other way to put them out unless you have a helicopter depot. So I want to try to get this to work just right. And then the helicopter depots, they're going to need access to a body of water. And that could be if you wanted like a canal that runs through your town, or it could be near a lake. For us, we're going to be doing it near a river. I'm going to do it right on the water's edge too. This is a bit of a weird bit of terrain, so I think we're going to do some like terraforming and fun stuff. But I'm going to be showing you guys just the basics of what comes with the Natural Disasters DLC. You guys have been seeing me use the freshwater outflow pipe often. Big fan of that one. And then, you know, the content, you don't even necessarily have to play with disasters on. Like, we haven't been. We're still using some of the stuff. And you can benefit from the mechanics of having, you know, like a fire helicopter thing put out fires in your city for what I hope are, like, obvious reasons, right? Because they won't just deal solely with the forest fires. It'll help with your in-town stuff, too. Okay, so let's bring this road in. So I'm just trying to say that I recommend getting Natural Disasters. I think it's a good DLC. Definitely worth the money. I can see why it'd be a little bit more expensive than the other ones. You do get a lot with it. I think that's probably enough room for what we're trying to accomplish. And it just, I hate it when this kind of stuff doesn't line up. Still not quite. Let's go a bit further just so we space those intersections out a bit more. There we go. Okay, so your disaster services are going to be located under your fire tab, and they have kind of like a little sub tab of their own. We're going to drop down one of these guys right here, which is a disaster response unit. And these guys are going to send out like helicopters and trucks and stuff, and they're going to start clearing away the rubble when you have like, you know, building collapses or anything like that, like related to a natural disaster. And you'll notice right away that your roads, they quickly become blocked and stuff too. So you're going to need helicopters just in that sense. And as a bit of a bonus, I think this is a really cool looking building. This is not necessarily where I wanted it, like right here, but I don't know if that's going to look good or not. Oh, it's still, no, it does fit the bill. It actually works really cool with the way the entrance and stuff is set up. So I think we will keep that right there. That's actually, I like that a lot. And then we're going to put just the rest of the disaster management stuff over here as well. And then for next episode, just because we don't really have the most amount of time, we're going to save putting in the advanced warning systems for then. And same with like our emergency shelters, like that kind of stuff. But you see we have like radios, we have tsunami warnings, like it's a whole bunch of stuff to kind of implement and work on. But we'll talk about all that in the next one. I just want to just slowly segue into this. And so your Firewatch towers, these are what you're going to be putting kind of on the outskirts of your town. You know, we've talked about them before. We put a few in here and there. The idea is they're going to need just more or less only a power line, like a power source to work. So if you want, you can always, you know, team up with one of these guys, bring in power lines. You don't really need a road connection, but what I love to do just for fun is I'll stretch out just like a little dirt road, just for like pure fun. So we can even make that just kind of be at the end of this dirt road, just for fun. And then maybe hide this with some more trees or something. Make it feel more rustic. And then the Firewatch towers are going to be basically like the dispatch call people for, you know, they're going to direct the helicopters. So speaking of which, let's put in a fire helicopter depot right over here, right on the water's edge. Perfect spot for it. Awesome. And see, these guys are already taking off. Going to help fight fire. Oops. And I believe their priority is the trees. And I don't think they're going to deviate if there's trees on fire, but they will obviously definitely fight in-town fires too. That one little spot. Terrible, but let's just get that in there. And then what I like to have is multiple depots in the city. So we can put 2 over here for the fire. And I would like one on the other side of the map. So it's kind of cool. You get, like, the fire's getting fought from different directions, right? But you can see they're outdoing their, holy smokes, are they ever outdoing their thing? Oh boy, good timing. Okay, let those guys go. And then now let's put down a helicopter bay for our hospitals. And then we have one for the police. These don't necessarily all have to be in the same area. It's just kind of fun just for the sake of having like all of our helicopter traffic maybe be in the same spot. And then just for the sake of maybe making this area feel a bit more like real in air quotes, what we could do is put things down like a radio antenna. And these are, I was going to kind of say this for the next episode, but these are basically what's going to be like part of the early warning system. So you can see right now, this has got coverage. When disaster strikes, your sims are notified via in-game radio. And if you don't have radio coverage, not everyone's going to get the message. So if you're trying to get people to evacuate or warn them about the disaster, they just literally won't get it. So what we can do is have a few towers, have them overlap. These just need a source of power to function. But they're, going to act as like kind of like a primary warning thing. And then these are all tied in with all of the advanced warning things. But just for over here, we could put down the Doppler radar, because that would make sense because you want to know weather and stuff in and around where your helicopters are taking off. And then we have the one radio tower right here. And then this would be like your communications antenna with all of your, all of your helicopters. And I mean, arguably it's a little bit close to the depot or where the helicopters are taking on and off. So we could move this, say, across the street if we can find some room. Or we could do is maybe scale this one down. And then we'll worry about city coverage afterwards, right? But let's just maybe put a smaller one over here. And then, yeah, the logic would be like this could be the communications tower to talk to your helicopters once they're in flight. So there we go. Kind of a cool start for this. All right, guys. Well, I think we're going to end things off here. Very productive episode. Got quite a bit done here. So you can see like the improvement to this area is astonishing just from having the highway go a little bit further out and just planning where and when people get on the highway type thing. Love that. And we also got rid of that 6-lane road, and that increased the timing of this particular intersection, which was kind of a troublemaker for us. You can see this, no need for the spillover to go over here. I think people are just kind of driving a little bit differently around town now, which is good. And then this whole area, look at this. I mean, essentially solved, right? We have a big backup. A lot of people wanting to go in and out of the train station. Maybe we can go back to a faster flow through in this area here by switching this back to one way. And then, unfortunately, the buses, they're going to have to find their, like, a new way through here. But we'll kind of work on transit and expanding in and around here next episode. Because you can see our demand is starting to increase for industry. And then possibly some more work in and around the rails and just in and around here. Just kind of getting these highways linked up and stuff. But huge improvements to traffic. Like, I can't even believe it. Like, this is kind of where we started the episode, right? All this was bogged down. So I'm really happy, guys. Onward and upward here. All right, well, I will see you in the next one. I love this, like, cargo link. Like, this is just so cool. I love it. See, like, the internal link, it's working. Oh, my gosh. All right, guys, let me know your thoughts on this. And, yeah, let me, obviously give me ideas for stuff we can work on, too. Like, don't feel like I have to kind of call the shots here, guys. I definitely want to hear some input on what parts of the cities that we should be working on. But, I mean, for me, there's still some critical things we need to do just to make sure traffic and stuff is just, on the level. And we just got to make sure the demand and everything is just kind of working in our favor. But yeah, definitely drop some suggestions. All right, guys. So next episode, in and around here, and some more work on natural disasters, unless you say otherwise. All right. All the best, friends. Happy New Year, and I'll see you in the next one.